Hello everyone. So I've been thinking about exactly what kind of video I want to put up for Valentine's Day. Because like other holiday videos, holidays are hard. And for those of you who do not have the privilege of being in a relationship right now, this holiday is basically Singles Awareness Day. And I've been there and it sucks. So here's what we're going to do. The first half of this video is going to be me ranting about how important it is to find the right kind of person and not waste time on the wrong kind of person. And then the second half of this video is going to feature the lovely Amanda Stein. And we're going to do... there isn't really a good couples tag out there or a good Valentine's Day tag, so we just made up a bunch of questions and we're going to do those and answer them together and talk a little bit about our relationship and stuff. So if you don't want any couple stuff, I'll tell you when to stop watching. And if you only came here for that, well, I guess I'll put a timestamp or something. Alright, so having been in several relationships that were totally wrong for me, I can personally tell you that wasting time with someone who it's not right with is just not worth it. Trying to force a relationship that isn't working to work is a waste of everyone's time. And here's the thing, there's no shame whatsoever in being single. It's kind of incredible that any people find each other that are compatible with each other. You know, there's a lot of people. There's a huge diversity of people on this planet. And the fact that any one of us could be happy being with another person is kind of remarkable. But relationships are not for everyone. Some people are very happy not being with other people. That's fine, that's valid. And other people are happy being with multiple people. That's fine too. But if you are alone and sad on this day, just remember that the Valentine's Day candy goes on sale tomorrow. But seriously, it sucks. I know it sucks. And having it shoved down our throats really isn't particularly fun. Being reminded, pointedly, that you are single on this day, it sucks. My personal belief is that there are people out there for you. One or more, whatever your preference is. But someone out there will appreciate you for who you are, all that you are, all the time. But love is not forced. You can't make yourself love somebody. It just doesn't work. It's, sure, you can force it for a little while, maybe, but you're not going to be happy in the long run. A healthy relationship allows people to grow. It encourages you to become your best self. And just on a personal note, I really don't love the commercialization of love. I don't think that's a great thing. I think it's kind of weird that companies are deciding how you should love another person. Oh, this is the such and such anniversary. Oh, this is the such and such, thing. No, screw you. Valentine's Day was not originally a commercial thing. I understand that. It's grown beyond that. It is a secular thing now. I don't know, I just think it's kind of weird that all these companies are encouraging you. It's ads, it's advertising. And I know that the last person you want to hear this from is someone who is in a committed relationship for a long time that lives with their partner. I get it. I'm not the person to tell you this, so I'm going to stop trying. And on that note, if you do not wish to witness a happy couple on this day, then now is the time to shut off this video. Alright everyone, please welcome to the stage the lovely Amanda Stein.
Hello everyone!
So, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
So there is nothing more romantic than the couple that's sick together.
Sorry, I got you sick. Sorry, I'm still coughing 3 weeks in.
Today's the first day I've started feeling myself a little bit again.
Yeah.
So I'm coming back to reality, but yesterday I literally took off from work. I was dying.
See, I kept getting that for phases, and then I get hit with another symptom a couple days later, so good luck.
Alright.
Knock on wood.
Alright. We knocked on sheetrock, we're good. So, you'll have to excuse her if she coughs a little bit, and if my voice sounds a little off. That's what we're dealing with.
My voice is off too. I feel bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, that's the nature of this video being recorded the night before. We were too sick. We couldn't have done this a couple of days ago.
No, we could have done it this weekend, I don't think.
So, we have developed our own tag or list of questions that we're going to be answering about our relationship and letting you guys a little bit in on our life. I don't know. It's kind of exciting to me.
Me too.
This makes me look like I'm 3 times taller than you, and it's literally just because I'm this much closer to the camera.
Yeah, no, we're doing
because
I
can't go back further without knocking into the wall with this chair. So here we are.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1. How did we first meet? So I don't know where to begin with this one.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that we didn't meet sooner.
Right. We had all the same friends for years. Like, from high school on.
70% of the same friends.
Yeah, like, I knew this group of people from the time I was, like, 13 or 14, and you were there around the same time, and, like, we should have met each other years before we did.
We went to the same movies, went to the same events.
Right, and that actually, we'll come back to that. And we worked for the same company in different towns, one town over. And
but everyone interacted with each other.
Right, and we all interacted with each other socially, you know.
No, I knew everyone else you worked with.
Yeah,
much,
exactly. It was a real time saver because we didn't have to, like, explain who these people are to each other, which is really nice. Easy.
Everyone was like, oh, that's who you're dating.
Right. We actually... So the first time we knew that we met each other, we met on Facebook through mutual friends, and we were talking about Harry Potter, and then we started texting and, you know... Like,
about Harry Potter.
About Harry Potter. And then a few weeks later, we were, like, going on our first date. But...
I think it was a couple of months, actually.
Maybe it was a couple of months.
It was like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. But then we collectively remembered that we had actually met each other years before at a movie at your place of employment, not mine.
One of, like, the theater staff only show.
Right. So we both worked at movie theaters, one town over from each other, and we would go watch movies together with the other town and everything. Like, whichever one got the more exciting movie was where we would all go.
Yeah.
And, like...
Whichever one got Harry Potter.
Basically. And, you know, we remembered that we had gone to this movie, and somehow the subject of Star Trek came up.
I think I brought it up.
I think you brought it up.
Like, my ex said something that I could turn into a Star Trek joke, so I started making a Star Trek joke, and he did not get it.
Right. And, like, on the wind, I heard some sort of Star Trek reference and was like, Star Trek?
Yeah,
Star
you
Trek?
literally
Star
perked
Trek?
up and you were like, did someone say Star Trek?
Right.
Like, Star Trek?
And the funniest part of this was that we were both dating other people at that time. And they were both mad that, like, we had this connection at a distance.
Just talk to someone, period.
Right,
yeah.
and, like, we didn't, like, exchange names or numbers or anything like that.
No, it was, like, across the crowd, like, Star Trek, and I was like, yay, Star Trek!
I was like, I don't know who this person is, but they're talking about Star Trek.
It was basically just like, yay, fandom.
Right, that was my entire criteria for speaking to you.
Yeah, and I didn't want to talk to you because I wanted to meet, like, another nerd, but I wasn't thinking, like, dating.
Right, no, it wasn't a romantic.
You were there with somebody.
Right, exactly, and she was...
No, she had you marked.
She was very possessive.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, yeah, so that's the first time we met, but we didn't, like, I don't really count that because we didn't really meet. We were just at the same event together. Yeah. So, it was weird.
Yeah.
You know? And then I think the first time that we met in person, I was at work and you were stopping by for some reason.
I went with one of my best friends to go see the Katy Perry movie.
Which I would not see with you.
No. Yeah, my friend and I, we dressed up. We were wearing, like, I was wearing cat ears. It was very elaborate because it was Katy Perry. And I talked to you about it and you're like, oh, I really want to see that movie. And then, like, as we progressed and we were talking more, I'm like, I'd go see it again. I'll go see it with you. Because you're like, I want to see the movie, but I don't want to see it alone. I'd be like, oh, I'll go see it with you. And you're like, so what do I have for lunch today? Like, you would just change topics over and over and over again.
I was terrified. Like,
and we had another friend who offered to go too. Like, he was hanging out with us another time when you were saying this. And he was like, I'll go with you. And you completely ignored him. And he was saying it. And he was looking back and forth at us like, oh, I figure out what's going on.
Right.
And you're both being ridiculous.
No, because I don't want to go with someone else. No. I want to go with you. But I wanted you to ask me for some reason.
I did.
Or
well,
no.
I guess I basically did. I was like, I'll go with you. I feel like it's like, basically, I was volunteering.
No, that's it. I got it backwards. I wanted to ask you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, no, you're stringing me along, and I couldn't tell if, like, it was a romantic thing or if, like, you just wanted someone to go with you again because you wanted to see it again. Yeah. I couldn't tell if it was specific to me because it was, like, in that early phase.
I was texting till 4 in the morning. What did you think?
I thought you texted till 4 in the morning like I do.
No, and you were, like, specifically staying up to text me. You told me that.
It's true. You were the only one up. But, like, I was hiding out on my parents' floor texting you, watching, like, Lockup or whatever they had left on or something. But, like, yeah, that was the start of our relationship.
Yeah.
It was awkward.
You never went to see Katy Perry?
No, I never did. I think it took us, like...
It was, like, another month after that.
No, we didn't see it together until we got...
Oh, no, I meant a month after that we actually went on a date.
Oh, yeah. But, like, it took us, like, a good 4 years to actually watch the Katy Perry movie.
Yeah, because you were too, like, embarrassed about the fact that we hadn't actually
because then it became a thing. I was like, oh, this is, like, a thing
Yeah,
now.
no, I was like, you won't see Katy Perry with me.
Right? I was like, I love Katy Perry. And you're like, then why haven't we watched it?
Because I want to watch it again.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. much.
Well, that we've crossed that off
Yeah.
our list. We've done that,
Yeah.
but I don't think you'll ever forgive me for not going with you to the actual movie.
No, it was just funny.
Yeah.
You were so coy and thought you were being coy, and you just are not as subtle as you think you are.
All right. So question number 2 was, what was your first impression of each other? Well, the first impression of each other was Star Trek nerd, obviously.
Yeah, true.
Which is why I'm wearing my Spock shirt, of course. I guess the next first impression was just nerdy in like the Harry Potter sense.
Yeah, I thought
like,
nerdy in music.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's
those were
true.
two
I
things
was
I did.
I was doing more music back then.
Well, because I had to go through like all your old photos on Facebook because I was stalking. So there's a
Right.
lot of like band photos and videos. I watched all your high school band videos.
We're gonna not talk about those ever again. But yeah, no, that was it. And like, I know that this question's leaning more towards like, you know, because the list we pulled it from was much more talking about like, what's your favorite feature of each other? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God. Like, I will say, you are very pretty.
Aw,
and I knew that
thank
from
you.
day 0. I was like when I was stalking your Facebook, because I can now freely admit that I did that, I was like, okay, yeah, this person is very attractive.
Oh, you're very sweet. You are too.
Well, I've seen the photos.
I saw you dressed as Harry Potter. I was 5.
Ah, that's it. That'll do it. I've actually put that picture in a video of
I
mine.
thought you did. Yeah.
I put it in the. Did I put it in the Ultimate Harry Potter tag with you?
I think so. I can't remember for sure. I think so.
Yeah, like I did some cosplay as Harry Potter because when I was like 13, I really looked like him, and we were still going to the book events and everything.
Yeah.
And like
the
movies were still coming out,
Yeah.
so you know I had like a group of people that I saw the movies with that like were also really into Star Kid, which you were really into as
Yeah.
well. Like that was one of the things I was like, okay, this person I can understand.
Yeah,
So, like,
nerdy.
yeah, exactly. They were deep in this fandom, and I wasn't going to embarrass myself by how much I was into it. I had the opposite problem because like you were way more into this stuff than I was, and I was like, oh crap, I'm an embarrassment as a nerd. I'm not good enough for this person. Like I need to step up my nerdiness.
I really don't hold anyone to my like pathetic Harry Potter standards. So
I mean, for both of us, it was really, really emotionally important.
Yeah.
So
it
is, yeah, it's still very relevant.
Yeah.
Look at all the videos I put up on this channel.
No, I'm pretty much perpetually rereading the book. So
Right? So how long have you been together is the next question. We are coming up on 6.5 years now.
Yeah, 6.5 of that.
Yeah, that's about right. Which
It's
is
been a long time.
yeah, it's been a long road. But yeah, 6.5 years solid,
Yeah,
which is
no.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy because we moved in together like
Very quickly.
very quickly, like within like 3 months.
Or like half moved in together.
Yeah, like I was over there a lot, but
Yeah.
like I wasn't like moved in officially full time for a good like 6 months.
Yeah.
But like I helped, you know, put down the security deposit for the apartment.
Yeah, you were paying like partial rent and everything. You
Right.
over there. So
Like I was paying to live there, I just
Yeah.
hadn't moved in completely.
and you intended to move in. It just like things kept getting in the way. So.
Yeah, exactly. Family.
Yeah.
What was our first date? I think
Depends on what you count as the date.
right? I mean, because like, okay, so the first time we hung out together alone was, I think, at my beach.
No, that was the actual date. Our first time together
Okay.
alone, we did like a double feature and went over to a friend's house to watch a Glee project.
Oh, that's right.
And like you asked me out on a date after
Oh my
the second movie.
gosh. What were the movies?
One of them I think was it was a remake of something. It was some bad sci-fi remake of something.
We're actually refilming this because we got so caught up in trying to remember that we had to like dive into IMDb hard. Okay, we went to go see movies, one at your theater and one at mine. At yours, we saw Joseph Gordon-Levitt's Premium Rush, which is like a messenger boy like on a bike.
Yeah, it was not great.
It was not very good
No.
at all. And then we went to see
Total Recall.
Total Recall. My God, no.
Which was obviously forgettable because we forgot it.
Right, we had to look it up.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, neither of those movies were good, but that actually kind of worked out because, like, we got to, like, be with each other and pay
Yeah.
attention to each other as much as you can in a movie theater.
Yeah.
You know, which isn't very much, which makes it not kind of
No,
a great...
and you like held. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
It makes it kind of not a great date option, but, like, we were traveling between the towns and, like, basically showcasing to our coworkers that we are a thing, I think. So...
Yeah, and you were like holding my hand.
Right,
We were walking
yeah,
around
I
through
was-
town first. It was cute.
Yeah, well, I like my town sometimes. I haven't been back there since I
yeah.
stopped talking to my family, but like,
No, you were very flirty, and then after the second movie, when we were on the way to a friend's house who invited me over, and then you like kind of invited yourself over too, because I was going over there to watch the Glee Project, and
That's
you're
right.
like, I'll come along even though I've never watched Glee or the Glee Project.
And I have no idea what's happening, and I was
Yeah.
totally confused. I'm like, I think I'll just hang out with you more.
Yeah. You just sat there holding my hand, and all our friends were texting me like, what is going on? Why are they holding your hand? It was funny. And then our first actual date.
Oh, well, no, we were skipping the most embarrassing part of the story, in which I clarified that we should go on a date. You should go on a date with me. A date
Yeah.
with me.
I had said yes, and you kept clarifying, are you sure a date? A date with me. I mean a date. A date with me. You want to go with me. Like, just for like 2 or 3 minutes. It was ridiculous.
Right? Like, it just kept going.
Yeah, no.
And, like, I'm looking back on this and cringing, but, like, there's precedent. There is a reason I felt this way.
I know, you were nervous.
Like, oh, well, that too. But also, like...
Well, because of the stuff that happened, I mean.
Right, I've been with some bad people, you know, and like, oh, it's so cringeworthy. But I'm very glad you said yes repeatedly. You
Yes,
definitely
I did.
meant it.
I laughed at you, but I said yes.
You know? And that wasn't helping. That's what kept me going.
Yeah, I know.
Because you were laughing, and I'm like, no, this is serious.
But it was also adorable. You were so serious. It was ridiculous. I thought you were kidding.
No.
You're like, no, a date with me. I mean with me. And I was like, I know. Who else do you think you're asking for? I don't understand.
I've been through some stuff.
I know. Poor baby.
I'm happy now.
Yeah.
So the next question is, who said I love you first? I honestly don't know.
I remember because you were not very happy about the way it went down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do tell. Let me get
Well-
my tea.
We kept almost saying it to each other and stopping ourselves. We both knew what the other one was thinking. And at one point, like, you did something really cute, and I almost said it, and you could tell, and you were like, whatever, I just want to say it, I love you. And then I giggled, I like laughed, but it was like that relieved laugh, and you're like, that's not the response I want. I got all upset, so I had to explain to you for like 5 minutes why I giggled whenever you did it.
I mean, to be fair, screw it, I love you, ha ha ha, is not a great thing on paper.
I know, but you're also being dorky, and you just jumped down for like playground equipment at 3 in the morning.
Oh,
You're
that's
being
right.
goofy. And like you're already being goofy, so I was in a goofy mood and I was nervous, so I giggled. I giggle when I'm nervous, as you know now.
Everyone knows that about me, having watched this channel. I giggle at myself every
Yeah,
5
I know.
seconds.
I giggle a lot, so it's like it was expected, but yeah, I had to like calm you down.
Yeah,
Afterwards,
I
so.
mean, again, I've been burned before.
I know, and you might be a little dramatic,
What?
just a little,
Excuse you.
just a touch.
I'm leaving. This is over. 6.5 years. We've done this
Uh-huh.
video. We're done. You've seen it here first. Okay, so what's a little thing that I do that drives you crazy?
Why don't you answer first? I want to know the tone that's being said.
The thing that you do that's like consistent and little and just is hurting yourself by being clumsy. You are
I have a
so
injury.
klutzy.
I have a bad injury right now from
It
that.
is so swollen.
I know.
You slammed your leg into a car door and it's like a baseball,
Yeah,
like
my
a
calf
softball.
looks like a rotten grapefruit.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
Like you break things all the time, but mostly your body
Yeah.
by being clumsy. And it's not like a thing you're doing that like is intentional or anything.
I just am clumsy.
You just are, so it's a thing about you that bothers me, I guess, more than a thing you do.
I know, and I'm like, it's also like kind of a sweet thing to be concerned about. so
It's
that's
endearing
good.
and like...
No, I mean that it's sweet of you to care about me hurting
Right,
myself.
but I'm saying this is an endearing quality about you because like, I care. You're just like, oh no, let me help you by doing all the things for you because you will hurt yourself.
Apparently, including closing car doors
Yeah.
because I hurt myself. Ugh. I feel like mine's not as cute. Mine's definitely you interrupting me.
Really?
That drives me so crazy.
I don't know why you would say that.
Sarcastic?
I'm
Oh, you're trying
just
to
trying to
interrupt me.
interrupt
Yeah, no. No, it's like a massive pet peeve of mine, and you
Oh,
do
and
it
like-
all the time.
Really?
To the point that I do it to you sometimes because I feel like I have to like
You have to earn
fight
it.
to get words out. I'm like, no, you have a thought, get it out now, before it's gone.
Before the moment passes, I'm on to
before
6
you're
other
on.
topics.
Yeah, because if I let you keep going, you'll just keep going.
I really thought it would be my shoes being left around.
No, it's the interrupting.
Oh, well, now I have
Definitely
license to
crazy.
leave my shoes
No,
at
I don't like that either, but the interrupting thing definitely drives me most crazy.
Okay, well that's something I can work on at least. With
Aw.
your klutziness, I don't know what to do for you.
I've been trying to work on that since I was like 5. So
Yeah, exactly. It hasn't gotten better.
I'm just supposed to be a vampire. fix it for Bella Swan. So
Yep, that's the answer. It's the only way.
that's it.
What little thing do I do that makes you smile? So I'm gonna answer this first because otherwise I'll interrupt you, apparently. Sorry, it's not that there's not a lot of things. It's that you do so many big things
fine.
for me that
I hear the Jeopardy theme song going, that's all.
It's actually not the Jeopardy theme, it's the thinking music.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Good point.
People always mess that up, and that's not the Jeopardy theme. The Jeopardy theme is this is Jeopardy.
This might also be a thing that drives you crazy.
Me being pedantic?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm constantly correcting.
This is going to surprise you, but a little thing that you do for me that actually makes me really happy is that you consistently make the bed. And like,
You give me a hard time
I
about
do give you a
that.
hard time about that. But
I'm so relieved.
that's why, exactly. But like, and I'm genuinely surprised that this is a positive thing for me because it was a control thing that my mother did to me all the time. But like, when you do it, it's like you're taking care of our space.
Yeah.
Like, you're cleaning up, you're straightening up, you're making it pretty, and it's one of those things where like I say that I don't care and that like I'm just gonna sleep in it, I don't care, whatever, but like you see how fastidious I am when I first set up freshly laundered sheets and get everything perfectly straight and neat and everything. That's my contribution. You're the maintenance person. Like, when I come home and I come into my room and I see that my bed is all pretty and everything, covered in 1,000 stuffed animals, which I also find endearing, but also really irritating. Like, it shows that you care and that, like, this is our space that you care about.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a moderate level thing. It's not really a little thing, but it's just that little thing that makes me smile, you know?
Yeah.
And then I get onto you for it because that's the person that I am, and I'm working on that. I think that a little thing about you that is really, 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 really important to the success of our relationship is the fact that you like snuggling almost as much as I do. Because I really do think that, like, that is an important compatibility thing that, like, is vastly overlooked. And, like, it was a point of contention for us, like, on our first date. Like,
or before then, just while talking.
Right, like our first date too, especially, because like we had a fight about this. Like, I got mad at you because like you were like, oh, I love playing with hair, and I'm like, no you don't. Someone is telling you to say these things to me. You are checking off too many of my boxes for this to be a legit person that exists in the real world.
Yeah, this is when we were texting beforehand,
right.
So I think you were like, low-key think you were getting catfish still or something.
I really did think that I was being messed with. I've been through some stuff. Like, you know, it's just really important to me that like we are compatible in that way, and it's not something you do, it's just something that you are. You are this kind of person that likes this kind of contact.
Yeah.
And I really don't think that I could be in a happy relationship where that wasn't somewhat close to the same level.
Yeah.
So that's a little thing about you that makes me smile, you know? And I do get some security out of that. Like, I know that like if we're having a bad night or something and things are a mess and we're snuggling, then I feel like things are going to work out, you know? Like, we're still important to each other and all of that.
A little thing about you that makes me smile that I don't think you're very aware of doing is, because it doesn't really fit with, like, the presentation you try to present a lot, is I really like if we're, like, out shopping or something and an old lady asks you to get a jar off a shelf because you're taller than her. You'll just say yes without thinking about it. You'll just do it. You won't make a big deal about it. You won't give them a hard time. You won't like stop to question it. You'll just immediately do it. I think it's like a Gryffindor trait you do. Like you'll just immediately, if someone like asks for help out in public, you'll just immediately do it without thinking. And it's kind of funny. You should normally be like talking like, I hate people. I hate going out. Da 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 da. And then like an old lady will be like, can you grab this for me? And you'll be like, yeah, people suck. And while you're handing it to her, it's kind of funny.
I mean, because people suck for not doing those kinds of things.
I know, but I really like that.
I don't feel safe asking for help from somebody else, but I'll sure do it for somebody.
Yeah, it's like a little thing you do that I really like.
I really thought it'd be my dimples.
No, because that's like a physical feature, not a thing you do, you know, or a thing about you. I don't know. Like, it's a physical thing, so. But, no, it's a little thing that makes me smile every time you do it. I like it. I feel like you're disappointed it wasn't dimples.
No, I'm good. So, yeah. I think that's it for this video.
So.
I love you.
I love you too.
After 6.5 years, I still have those feelings of attraction towards you.
Aww,
so we'll check back in next year, though. We'll see what happens.
Do an update.
We'll see what happens for you, you know. A lot can change. But yeah, you know, both of us spent time being with the wrong person.
For sure.
And it's really intensely gratifying to find someone that is compatible with you, and I've, grown a lot with you, and I like to think that I've had a positive influence on your life as well.
I think so.
And yeah, I think we're just good for each other. My PTSD is not good for you, however. I believe we could both do with less of that.
It's not my favorite. I don't want it.
No.
But it's not your fault.
It's one of those weird things where it's like, it's not my fault, but I'm still the one saying those things.
Yeah.
And acting
it's
on
hard.
those things. So it's like, it's not my fault that I feel that way, but it's my fault that I'm like giving into that, which...
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
That's tricky.
It is weird because like, it's a part of me, but it's not me, but it's also based out of the things that made me, so...
Yeah.
It's weird. But the point is, I am working on it. And I would not have gone to therapy if I was not with you. I would not have cared to take care of myself. We have evidence to this point. If I were not with you and had a reason to get well. So, plus, she's the one who painted that bold and brash that's in my thumbnail from the SpongeBob video last week. So
you said you wanted it.
that's like relationship goals right there. That's like the reason to date an artist, is to get that painting made in some form.
Now you're done with me.
I'm done. I've reached the peak.
Goal achieved.
This relationship has peaked now.
It's over now.
Yeah, we'll check back in next year and see where we are at.
You got what you wanted.
Exactly. I got what I came here for. You got your Katy Perry movie. I got my bold and brash. I'm good. And tomorrow, we will fight for discount candy.
Yes.
All right. So, thank you for stopping by and sharing in our little slice of our relationship. I hope you're all having a happy Valentine's Day, and if you're not, I'm sorry, and better luck next year.
And chocolate still exists.
Chocolate exists and goes on sale tomorrow. I'll be back again next week with a video that I hope you will find interesting, or at least I'm going to put an effort into it. We'll see what happens. But until then, stay curious.